Hi, this is Troy Norcross with SER Team. Today I want to talk about revenue share-based pricing models, the good, the bad, and the ugly. If you find my content useful, please press and hold on the thumbs up button here on LinkedIn, and then select the light bulb icon for insightful. By doing so, it helps my content reach more people, and I really appreciate that. I was doing one of these videos a couple of weeks ago about value, and specifically value-based pricing. In the comments below, a good friend and colleague of mine, Finley Muir, writes, I was talking to someone the other day about a revenue share pricing model when selling e-commerce software. I'd be interested to know what you think. We discussed that it creates a win-win culture, or in other words, success is shared and becomes the glue between supplier and customer, assuming that value is understood, of course. You know what, Finley? That's a great question, and I did say I might do a video just for you, and here it is. First, what does it mean for a revenue share-based pricing model? In simple terms, it means that for every pound that your customer makes, a percentage of that goes to the people who wrote the software that made that pound possible. So if you're selling bicycles and you're using an e-commerce platform, for every 100 pounds of bicycles that you sell, you might give 10 pounds back to the people who provide the software for the e-commerce platform that you're using. And on the face of it, that sounds like a really good idea, but there are a few possibilities for complications. For example, what happens if the e-commerce company has a lousy product? What if they failed to deliver? What if they failed to do any marketing? Their sales are never going to go anywhere, and that means that your percent of the revenue share is going to be incredibly small. Alternatively, what happens if the e-commerce company is an incredible success? You're going to be loving it because you're going to be making tons of cash. But at some point, you're going to be earning so much that the e-commerce company is going to say that the value exchange is no longer fair, and they're going to get a bit resentful. I mean, you're only delivering software, right? The best case scenario is when you're providing software in that environment and you'd like to consider doing a revenue share, start with a base license price. Don't talk about the revenue share at all. Establish what the value is perceived by your customer for the base license price. Then you'll really know that you're on solid footing. At that point in time, then you can talk about reducing your base price and putting on top of that a percent revenue share. The bigger percent revenue share, the smaller the base price, the more you're showing that you value not only doing business with them, but you have faith in them and doing business together, and that you be a good business partner. If you find somebody that wants to do 100% revenue share and that's the only thing they'll talk about, I'm afraid that means either one of two things. Either A, they really don't value your software at all, or they're broke. As far as I'm concerned, 100% revenue share deals are dead on arrival. It's better to just walk away. It's going to wind up in tears down the road. So back to your question, Finley. Yes, a revenue share can create a symbiotic relationship where success is indeed shared by both the customer and the supplier, but it doesn't always work as smoothly as we'd like. The best case scenario is where there's a base license price and a percent revenue on top of that, but that percent revenue also has a cap. It prevents two of the big problems. Number one, you've got a base license price, so even if you wind up with zero additional revenue share, you're going to be okay. And with the cap, that will prevent you from being paid so much that your customer starts to resent you and replaces you because you're charging too much. So tell me, what are your experiences when it comes to revenue share models? What's worked well? What hasn't worked well? What should other business owners be looking out for when they're considering the revenue share-based pricing model? This has been Troy Norcross with SER Team. Be sure and catch all my great content. On Tuesdays, it's Inside Blockchain at cryptoam.io. On Wednesdays, it's the WTMI minicast. And on Thursdays, it's more of the business and blockchain video series just like this one. Thanks so much and have a great day.